Guys, in this video, I'll be sharing few exercises, 5 exercises that I will be adding back on in this bulking season, in this off season. Exercises that are removed when I was on prep, when I was prepping for a show, trying to diet down. And guess what? I've paid the price for it. I've lost a quite good amount of muscle mass just because I decided to remove a lot of those exercises, things that are really the bread and butter for training for me. But I was trying to do another approach and now I'm bringing them back on. All right, so let's jump straight into it. Few exercises that I would recommend everybody to do in this off season. All right, because it's gonna also give you strength, not always size, but strength. And guys, getting stronger is a must for us naturals when we want to get bigger. All right, doing just getting better at, let's say, 12 to 15 rep range will make you reach a plateau pretty fast. All right, keep working on that strength, keep those lower reps sets in, and the big lifts that I will be talking about. And trust me, you will not reach a plateau as easily. All right, which is pretty good news for you. Let's jump straight into it. Number 1, barbell back squat. So I was doing a lot of more hack squat, leg press, single leg rack press, leg extension. And yeah, I was going pretty intense. I was feeling a good squeeze. I was feeling a good pump on it. But as soon as I took away the barbell back squat, high bar, free weight squat, not even Smith machine, free weight, there's something about this exercise. I mean, you can replicate it as good as you can on a machine, but for me, unless I've got the bar on my back and I'm going up and down, nothing helping me, nothing but my core stabilizers, the glutes, my lower back is engaged, feet on the floor. Really, I don't think anything beats that exercise. Not only a lower body, but a full body exercise. And guess what? It will help you get stronger. It will stimulate your nervous system. And getting better at it will just help you in your overall gains. All right? The way you're engaging your core, your glutes, your posterior chain is working. And now that I'm kind of stepping back a little bit and looking at all the experiences and all the different programs that I did, I'm really a believer of working those stabilizers muscles and doing those big compound movement, the free weights, frequently and giving them more attention. All right. I see a lot of lifters really focusing on the machines. It's not an either or, but do not neglect those compound lifts, because trust me, you will see it. You will see it. My glutes, they shrinked. My quads are half size of what they used to, that when I used to do my barbell back squat. All right, so I'm gonna get back on the barbell back squat and I'm gonna be pyramiding the sets. Basically, I'll be working in the higher rep range and the lower rep range. Great movement that I really love and miss, and I did some this morning, and I never felt my quads that sore. It's the same day. I already feel them sore. All right, moving on. Number 2, standing overhead press. Just a great exercise for shoulders, yes. And you might say, well, why are you doing them standing? If you do them seated, you might be putting more weight. Yeah, but that's not necessarily always the goal, just adding weight, but rather stimulating the muscle more, stimulating the body more. All right, positively stressing the body. And when you have that bar, you're standing, you're overhead pressing it, your core is engaged, your glutes are engaged, your posterior chain, the stress that you're putting on your shoulders, even if I'm going, let's say, 25 pounds each side on the bar, I would feel it a lot more than doing a plate and a half seated on my shoulders too. All right, there's something about this exercise that because you're also in the kind of no support, your back is not supported, you're just going at it, standing, it does something to the body and it stimulates your nervous system differently. All right, I still do sometimes some seated shoulder press, but now I'm back on really focusing on my overhead press with the bar. All right, standing overhead press. And if you see the golden era videos, that's mostly what they used to do for shoulders, either for dumbbells or with a barbell. Moving on, bench press. Now, a lot of people hate the bench press. I used to be like, you know what, we don't need to do the bench press anymore. Let's find this machine, that machine. But now I saw my chest not only diminishing, my chest disappeared when I stopped doing the bench press. There's something about it. The bench press for me, it gives me, I feel like I trained when I pushed heavy on the bench press and going heavy at it, even going for sets of 10, on the bench press, really gave that mass for my not only chest but also my shoulders, my upper body, the triceps. There's something about the bench press that I love that I don't get the same stimulation that when I'm doing the machine hammer strength press. I'm not a big fan of machine hammer strength. The tension is like, you never have a full tension. You know, they created the machines to supposedly make it easier for the tension and that you feel better your chest and you're gonna get a better stimulation. But in my case and case of a lot of people that I've been talking with, the tension on the machines is just not ideal. There are few machines that do a better job than, let's say, a free weight, but these machines are super hard to find. And sometimes we see bodybuilders really going at it crazy on machines and kind of praising machines, but guess what? They don't have the machine that you have in your cheap $50 a month gym. All right. In my gym, sometimes I have the hoist machines where you're moving, the seat is moving with the bench, and then you're like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm in a roller coaster. All right. So it's not because your favorite bodybuilder is killing it on those machines that it will necessarily work for you, especially that you're natural. I really believe that those free weights will stimulate your nervous system so much better. So do not neglect your bench press, barbell bench press. Incline dumbbell press also is a big one, but there's something about the barbell bench press that I really love. Moving on, barbell rows or single arm dumbbell rows. But why I really love the barbell row, it's because it also engages your core, your lower back, your glutes, your posterior chain. Your whole body is working when you have barbell rows. You're pulling with both sides, and it's just a great exercise. You know, I kind of grip it and drip it. You know, I just take that bar and boom, start to row. And of course, the form is not going to be ideal. Look at Dorian Yates. He had the greatest back, the craziest back. What was he doing? Mostly barbell rows, dumbbell rows, pull downs, really old school stuff. All right. And on the barbell row, every time I do it, I feel like all my back just came back to life. My traps, my upper back too, my rhomboids, my lats. I just feel the whole thing. All right. And there's no machine. I might have a better feel on the machine when I'm doing the exercise, but after the movement is done, it's just blood that went there and then went out. That's pretty much the pump. And we're not always looking to get a craziest pump. We're looking to stimulate that muscle and really cause an impact, a stress on that body, on that muscle. And machines, as heavy as you go, it's very hard to replicate what a free weight or a barbell will do. Just because those stabilizers are not working the same way, even if the tension is different, and you might argue that the tension might be better on a machine or more constant, it just doesn't do the same thing. I don't know if someone can explain it one day, but man, give me some dumbbells, give me some barbells, and I'm good to go. Moving on. I spoke about the barbell row, tack. Yeah, guess what it is? Last one. This is the last one? I think it's the last one. Stiff leg deadlift. Stiff leg deadlift. Yes, guys. I stopped doing stiff leg deadlift because it's not so much something we see in bodybuilding. You know, I was prepping for my show. The plan that I had was mostly seated hamstring curls and like the hamstring machines. All right, because they shorten, they don't stretch the muscles. So we go a bit deeper in this science-based lifting exercises. But you know what? I went crazy on those seated hamstring curls. I would feel it like crazy when doing them, but then the next day it's like if they got smaller. Seriously, they never got bigger. They never grew from seated hamstring curl. Even if I would do lying hamstring curl, I don't know if I'm not responding well to machines. And I was pushing. You might be like, well, you're just not pushing the intensity. Now that I'm back on doing the stiff leg deadlift, I'm feeling my hamstring like crazy. I'm feeling my glutes like crazy. My lower back, the whole body's coming back to life. All right. If you've seen my competition video, I've had no posterior chain whatsoever. My hamstrings were really bad. My glutes were really bad, and it's because I took away a lot of those big compound lifts that work those muscles indirectly. When you want to isolate stuff too much, it will bite you back. You're choosing an easier route, thinking that no, this is the route that I gotta go to, and I'm gonna put the tension and the 3-second negative and the mind muscle connection because I saw John Jewett doing it on his program. Well, you're not John Jewett, first of all. Second of all, you're natural. Third of all, you gotta put that mass on. And fourth of all, we don't have the same machines. There's a machine that I found one time that stimulated my chest like crazy. And I'm like, this is just the best chest machine ever. But I've never found it anywhere else. All right. The same supposedly machine, but from another brand, will feel different for me. Those guys have the best ever machines ever. Cuba Ceiling, the people that you see really going crazy on those machines, they have the best machine ever that costs maybe $25,000 per machine minimum. You will not be finding that in your building gym, so stick to your free weights. All right. And the stimulus on your nervous system, the testosterone, the growth hormone that you get from doing those squats, because it's so stressful, the positive stress on your body, but that's why you don't want to overdo it, because it could be very stressful. But the positive stress that it gives to your body will just end up stimulating your central nervous system, stimulating your hormones. And if you eat well, you recover well, you will grow from it. All right. I remember when I started training in Syria, my trainer was a beast and we barely had any machines. And I told him, what do you do? He told me squat, bench, and deadlift. He wasn't even a power lifter, but I guess power lifters took those exercises and kind of went all in on them. But that's just getting back to the roots for me. Like I said, squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, barbell rows. If you want to add some more, I would say the pull-ups, dips, push-ups. Those ones too are pretty good because they're the body weight suspended exercises. But with that, you don't need much. You don't need much more. And those exercises are the ones where you want to go stronger at. All right. Don't try to go super heavy on those lateral raises. Yesterday, a guy next to me was lateral raising 45 pounds and looking at me as if he's like a beast. I'm like, bro, you're barely engaging your lateral, your side delt. You're mostly doing traps at this point. I mean, okay, you want to get stronger? Show me how much you can squat. Show me how much you can barbell row. Show me your overhead press. Show me your bench press. All right. And also, it's not just about bench press and swinging that weight and getting your butt out of the seats, but controlling the weight. You still need to control the weight and still need to get a good time under tension and good range of motion on those compound lifts, where you're combining bodybuilding and powerlifting. Power building. All right. That's it for this video, guys. Let's get strong. Let's get massive. And I'll see you guys soon. Let me know if you know what? Let me know what's your 5 exercises. Put them in the comment. Top 5 exercise of yours. I can't wait to read you guys. The Fitness Vault, William, Jay, Phil. Let me know, guys. I can't wait to see your comments. See you soon. Ciao.